You have the Samsung Galaxy. This is the A15 5G. Looks like this, and here are all the ways you can help extend your battery life, make your battery last longer. Let's get into it. The number one thing that you can do to help your battery last for a long lifetime is when you are done charging, whether you have wire or wireless, you must immediately remove the charge. Otherwise, this is what happens. The electricity keeps going in slowly. It degrades the inside of the battery. Your battery just starts to bloat a little bit and a little bit more. Eventually, it won't take a charge, and eventually your phone won't even turn on. Always remove the charger when you're done charging. Let's move on. All right, well, let's learn about our battery. Let's change some battery settings in the battery settings itself. Settings, battery, and there are a ton of ways. You can turn on power saving mode right there. You can pause and read all the ways that you can set your phone up to save battery. You can limit CPU, you can decrease brightness, you can limit apps, all by just turning power saving mode on. Additionally, you can come over here and look at battery protection. This is the one I would encourage you. Keeping your battery at a full 100% charge for a long time can reduce its lifespan. Choose an option below. You go in your settings and read the difference between basic, adaptive, and maximum. Hopefully that helps you. Let's move on. All right, the number one thing that you can do to make your batteries last long day to day in between charges. Jump into settings, go to display, turn on dark mode. When dark mode is on, everything that's absolutely black, there's no electricity even going to that part of the screen. So not only will it help preserve your screen and you won't get those weird burn-ins that happen sometimes in Samsung phones, but your battery will last anywhere from 7 to 10, maybe even up to 30%. Try that, leave in the comments if that helps your battery last longer. The next settings that use a ton of battery, which you could turn off, go to settings, it's the other radios. So most people are familiar that Bluetooth is a radio, but watch this. I'm going to go, oops, wrong one, this one. So if you don't use Bluetooth, turn it off. Okay, there's another one called NFC and contactless payments. You can pause and read right there, but if you don't do that, turn it off. Okay, the next one is really interesting. We're going to go to more connections. So nearby device scanning, you can pause there and read if you ever need to communicate with other phones. If you don't, turn that off. And then the weirdest one of all is printing. There is always a radio on that is looking to see if you need to print from your phone. If you never print from your phone, jump in here and turn that off. Another one that isn't going to be so popular, come all the way back out to settings. We're going to go to location right here. So if you're at home mostly or at your office mostly, you don't need your maps, jump into location settings and turn that radio off. Try those, see if that helps save battery. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is really interesting because it's on newer phones. We're going to touch settings. We're going to go to display. And let me explain real quick. We're going to go to motion smoothness. So motion smoothness is how many times your phone screen refreshes per second. Now you have a choice. This one comes default at 90, but if you don't need that, or if you just want to find out if you can save a ton of battery, click the standard and see how much battery you save. All right, let's move on. All right, and real quick, if you need power on the go, I just bought this Anchor power brick. It is super cool, very easy to use, and it comes with its own cord, so just plug it in. If I'm on the go, if I'm out of the office all day long, I don't have access to a charger, I bring this with me now. It gives me everything I need all of the time, and if you need an Anchor, you should see the YouTube affiliate store right here. All right, let's move on. All right, the next thing you can do is check for software updates. I know sometimes you just don't do it. So go to your software update inside settings. Go to download, install. Oh, I don't have connected. But you click download and install on yours and find out if you have any software. Because sometimes the software updates helps your phone run smoother, helps your battery last a little bit longer. All right, let's move on. All right, the other thing you can do is run maintenance. It's called device care. Go to settings, scroll all the way down, and we're going to go to device care right here. There is built-in software that helps your phone optimize, no high battery usage, app crashes, background apps closed, storage issues, all these things. Log into your device care at least once a week, hit it, and it will help your phone run better and possibly help your battery last longer. Let's move on. Inside device care, we're going to touch storage now. Remove junk and old files. It automatically looks for you. Hit your trash, and if you have trash, you'll be able to, oh, not that one. You'll have the options on yours to empty your trash can. That will help your phone. It'll free up space. Your phone will run more efficiently, helping you save battery. Let's move on. Another one that people don't think of is to remove apps that you don't use. So we're going to go into settings. Let's see where apps is on this one. Apps. And you just go to all of your apps. If you downloaded games or anything like that, like AR emoji, I don't ever need that. Let's see. I don't have an option to turn it off, or if you have the option to uninstall, it'll be right in the middle there. So if you have old games, that sort of thing that you don't use anymore, erase those, remove those, uninstall those from your phone, help your phone run a little bit better. This one's kind of interesting and kind of high tech. So I'm going to go back into apps, shouldn't have left apps, go to apps, and I'm going to look for a specific one called One UE Home. One UE Home is what runs all of this, everything you see here. So if we go back into One UE Home, and we're going to touch the battery settings here. This is interesting because it comes as optimized. You can set it as unrestricted, or you can set it as restricted, and that will help you save battery. So you have to decide if you like how your phone runs, if you make some of those changes. All right, let's move on. All right, this next one is probably the coolest because you can visually see it with your own eyes. Now, it won't necessarily save a ton of battery, but it'll help your phone feel like it's running way, way faster. So check this out. So first I'm going to show you, if I open any app, like the dialer, did you see how it animated open? And now watch how it animates close. Watch this. It animates close. One more time. So every single app does this, and we could turn off animations easy. Settings, we're going to go down to something called accessibility, which is towards the bottom. Accessibility right here. We're going to go to vision enhancements, and we can turn both of those off. You can read that on your phone or pause right here. And actually, I'm going to turn this one off too, reduce transparency and blur. Now, do you remember it opened when we opened an app and closed like this? Now watch it blink and blink. Blink on, blinks off. Blinks on, blinks off. Your phone is going to feel almost brand new, definitely snappier. All right, let's move on. All right, this one can save you if your phone's starting to be a little bit glitchy and definitely bogged down. You know it's slow. So we're going to turn the phone off. Power off. Power off. We're going to jump into the Android recovery menu. This is scary for some people because it's right next to the choice that factory resets your phone and totally erases your phone. But I'll show you how to avoid that. Okay, we're going to hold volume up and power, and holding at the same time, let go as soon as we see Samsung, and we should see the Android recovery menu. Now, what we're going to avoid is the factory reset. So there's factory reset, 1, 2, 3, wipe data factory reset. Do not choose this one. It will erase your phone. What we want to choose is wipe the cache partition. Wipe cache partition erases all the temporary files. It does not erase anything else on your phone. Nothing critical, no personal information, nothing at all. And it is the solution when your phone is sluggish, glitchy, or funny. And you just push power for OK. One more time, it asks you to confirm. One more time, yes. Press power for OK. And its cache wipe is complete and it is now safe to reboot the system. All right, one last thing as we're waiting for the phone to reboot. If you're tired of your Samsung and it's time for an upgrade, here are my suggestions in my YouTube affiliate store. It has a drop-down menu. You can buy directly from Samsung.com. They give you great discounts, and also I'll have some links for phones that you can shop at Walmart.com if that is your shop of choice. Hey, if this has helped you, please like, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.